Behind the Bar with Paul Starr, brought to you by William Hill, the proud sponsor of the World Darts Championship. Happy to say we've been joined by Steve Brown, the Bristol bomber. How you doing, Steve?
Yeah, great, mate. Yourself?
It's all good. Week number 5, Steve, of the Premier League. Exeter. Fireworks, we say. We'll come to that a little bit later on. Starts off with the Bombers banker, goes in. Raymond van Barneveld 5, Kim Huybrecht 7.
Yeah. I was pleased for Kimmy. Obviously, getting his first win after the previous week to that. Obviously, he averaged 107 and lost. So for him to go in with 105 average was good for him. It's
great, and of course Barney missed a double 12 for a 9, but Kim 105.59 average and won the match with a belting 170 checkout. Say the 15-8 Nat went in from Steve. Second game on, Phil Taylor was 4-1 down against James Wade. First part of my tungsten tip went in there, only at 8-13, but 4-1 down. It ends up landing the 7-5 win with 106.48 average. I thought he was fantastic, Phil Taylor, because he doesn't panic. He's seen it all before, but good performance.
Well, yeah, certainly from Phil's point of view, and obviously he knows James is coming to a bit of form as well. So to go behind in that match and pin it back and win quite convincingly.
Yeah, I'd say James certainly played well. Sort of had his hand in a fantastic match there. Adrian Lewis 3, Stephen Bunting 7. Even though we went for a draw, you did say on Behind the Bar last week, Steve, that watch out for the newcomers. And of course, great win for Stephen, 7-3.
Yeah, I think the Premier League's obviously going to take a bit of getting used to for the new boys. But I just sense that the week before last, they were just sort of feeling their feet a little bit, and I'm surprised at the scoreline, but not the result.
No, that's correct. And I think we also mentioned that the two players at the bottom of the league were the newcomers, Stephen and Kim, but say they certainly put that right last week in Exeter. Anyway, fourth game on, the match I referred to earlier on. Peter Wright 6, Michael van Gerwen 6. That cost me my double. It's only just over an even double, but the needle in there, because it goes back, we've seen it before. Peter Wright, getting the crowd on his side. Michael calls him unprofessional, and then Peter Wright comes around and calls him a big baby 2 or 3 times.
Depends which side of the fence you sit on, really. I mean, I personally think that the Premier League's an exhibition of darts, and is there to be celebrated. And Pete, he's a colourful character. I think he's entitled to do that. And Michael's a purist, but it's all about entertainment, isn't it?
Yeah, because Michael gives it large anyway when he wins.
Of course he does. He rubs people up the wrong way as well, doesn't he?
And it gives us something to talk about.
Of course.
Yeah, and of course the last game on of the evening, Dave Chisnell 7, Gary Anderson 2. We went for the draw there. Chizzy was fantastic. He averaged 110.78, 680s, 940s compared to Gary's 180. This is Gary Anderson, 180 and 540. So Chisnell is absolutely flying in the Premier League.
He is. Dave's a friend of mine, but I just keep waiting for him to slip up, but he doesn't seem to. He just keeps getting better and better every week, and I'm just wondering if Gary's schedule at the moment, being world champion, is starting to get to him a little bit.
Yeah, I spoke to him at Butlins at the weekend, and he said, "Look, I'm all empty at the moment, and there's no secret in that because it's such a tough schedule. I mean, being obviously a top dart player in one of the most popular dart players on the circuit and world champion, everyone wants a bit of it.
I bet his phone's not stopped.
No. Absolutely. Now, how the league table? Well, I'll tell you how it leaves that. Chizzy unbeaten, and after 5 weeks, he's got 9 points. MVG's got 8. Taylor on 7. Anderson on 6. A bit of a gap down there to Wade and Lewis on 4. Then 4 players on 3. Barney, Bunting, Huybrecht, and Wright. Now, of course, that's 5 weeks gone. 4 weeks to go. Judgment night, and of course, there's 2 at the bottom. We're going to be saying goodbye to.
Yeah, I mean, I really fancy the new lads that are coming to the Premier League this year. I think they're getting better every week, and Kim Huybrecht's averages of they're steady, aren't they? Over 100, and they're steady. And I just got the feeling that one of the 2 new boys might hit that 4th spot.
Might hit that 4th start. That 4th spot on, and after week number 9, Judgment Night. So at Butlins at the weekend, the UK Open 2015 was won by Michael van Gerwen. He beats Peter Wright in the final. He looked pretty convincing all the way through. A fantastic match in the semi-final against Andrew Van Gilding, as they're calling him, down there at Butlins. But great tournament for Michael. But I know he was impressed with Peter. Yeah,
no, obviously the standout, the surprise of the tournament was definitely Andrew Gilding. I think he conducted himself really well, endeared himself to the crowd, which is quite funny, and he's famous for his little celebration now. Yeah. But no, I think that for me, Michael done fantastic to win it, and we sort of expect Michael to win tournaments now. But my player of the tournament was Peter Wright. The way he took out Phil Taylor, I thought was fantastic.
Yeah. Taylor was phenomenal in that match. He was superb 180 hitting, superb average, superb. In fact, he had all the stats. But say Peter, he made it move on through to the semi-final. So that's a good win. And obviously, Peter was emotional after that, so it meant a lot.
Yeah, I think Peter realises now he's becoming the real deal.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Yeah, and you know, it's maybe a surprise selection for the Premier League this year. But yeah, I think he's sort of proven to himself that he's the real deal.
Yeah, a couple of other mentions. Gary Anderson, of course, he was, I think, 8-4 up against Mervyn King. Couldn't hit a double at the end, so of course he didn't quite get over the line. Steve Bunton, he was 8-1 up against Chizzy, and of course Chizzy was on a roll then and got it back. And I tell you what, he was right there. I think Steve was having a wobble there.
Yeah, I think so. I think, did he wire the ball?
Yeah, he did for a massive
check.
That would have been it.
I think just for the viewing public, it was a great tournament to watch. And like I said, there was a lot of surprises, but the standard of darts, I think there was over 100 averages on stage. I mean, which is, you know, it's going for the roof now.
Ridiculous. And Devon Peterson, of course, he's popular with a crowd. And there was an interview on Tungsten Tales, and at the end of it, he shows his move. I mean, they love him down there. They absolutely love him.
I taught him that move.
Did you? I
No.
think you did, Steve. No. Well, what it does mean, of course, is that Mike Van Gerwen really just stamps his authority as world's number one. I was looking at 9 major TV events. He's won 7 of them. He's made the final of the match, and he's also made the final of the Grand Slam. But when you think he's won a Grand Prix twice and the other events, this is all in the last 2.5 years. I mean, it really is phenomenal.
It's incredible, yeah. But we knew when he was 16, 17, he was going to be somewhat special, and then he sort of limped into the PDC, didn't he? He didn't come in and make a big splash. So, you know, he's always had the talent. It's just a case of applying it, and you know, he's all credit to him.
Yeah, and of course the interview with Michael and Peter is available on Tungsten Tales. So Michael Van Gerwen is the 2015 UK Open champion.